Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So for today's video, I want to do a little bit of a spin-off from my usual Living in London series, and this is actually going to be a London travel, tips and day trips series, where I'm going to cover things to do close to London or in London and share them with you. So if there are any day trips, places, locations you want me to try out or you want to know more about, let me know, pop it in the comments and I will do my best to cover that for you. So for this first edition of the series, I'm going to cover a day trip which is located just a couple of hours by train south of London. It's a walk from Seaford to Eastbourne along the Seven Sisters Cliffs, which if you haven't done it, I highly recommend. So the walk is about 20 to 21 kilometers long. There is a lot of incline and decline, so you do probably require about a moderate fitness. However, it was totally doable for me and I don't consider myself overly fit or an avid hiker in any way. So yeah, it's definitely something that most people should be able to do. However, if you're not able to do the full walk, don't worry, you can also drive to certain points and get the amazing views that you would get on the walk anyway. I'd suggest starting the walk in Seaford, which is a small, cute seaside town, about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on the train that you get from London. So it's super easy to get to. And then it took me about 3.5 hours in total to complete that walk. However, I was running sections of it, so if you're not going to run part of it and you're going to essentially hike/walk the whole length, then I'd suggest giving yourself probably about 6 hours, 6.5 hours. So yeah, it's definitely a full day adventure, so make sure to get up, get out of the city early and give yourself a whole day to complete it. Now, one big tip before you go out and do this walk is to make sure that the weather's really good on the day, because the views are really what you do this walk for, because the views are incredible, the cliffs are stunning, the beaches look amazing, the water's like crystal clear blue, but you need to do that in the sunshine. So check the weather. It is a little bit of a journey, as I said, so about 2 hours on the train, so it would be a bit disappointing if you get all the way there just to have a low visibility day with cloud cover. I was really lucky on the day that I went. As you'll be able to see in these videos I'm sharing, the weather was absolutely incredible, and so the views were really breathtaking, and yeah, I loved it. As I said, I started in Seaford, and my plan was start in Seaford, walk/run the 21 kilometers, and finish in Eastbourne, and then catch the train back to London from there. This is definitely the route to take, because as you hike, the vantage points from this approach are incredible. This is where you get the iconic shots from the little cottage on the hill. As you can see here, this route is the best, I think, because also it means that you time your just over Midway point with Burling Gap. So Burling Gap I used as my rest break, and I also went and took a little dip in the beach. So Burling Gap has a National Trust cafe that you can go to, grab your lunch. They've also got good toilets that you can use to get changed if you want to go swimming and get back into your hiking gear. And also if you need a nice toilet break and don't want to risk it in nature, this is the place to do it. But yeah, this was a great spot for a little lunch break, a nice Pepsi to re-energize myself for the second half of the walk. After that, there is a lighthouse a little bit further up, which was really cute. The rest of the walk took about another hour and a half for me, but as I said, I was running a bit of that. And then before I knew it, I was coming around to the view of Eastbourne, and I knew I was on the home stretch. So getting to Seaford was super easy, as I said, so that was just a train ride from London, Victoria. On the day that I went, which was a sunny Monday, the options that I could take was a train to Seaford via Brighton or via Lewis, but both were from London, Victoria. And then returning back to London, it was just one train from Eastbourne all the way into London, Victoria. I would say I spent about 3.5 hours in total on the train, but yeah, traveling in off-peak made it a lot cheaper, so highly recommend doing that if you have a day spare. So yeah, my top tips for packing for this walk would be absolutely take 1 or 2 bottles of water. There is a water station at the Berlin Gap National Trust Cafe. However, it is a little bit of a distance from the starting point to there. So just pack an extra bottle of water if you've got space to carry it, because then you'll just know that you're sorted and you're not going to be dehydrating on the way. However, there is another pub on the way to Berlin Gap that you can stop in at if you had an emergency, if you needed emergency water and you didn't have enough on you. Aside from water, absolutely pack sunscreen. The day that I went, it was 28 degrees. Sun was belting down, and I felt like after my swim it had all washed off and I didn't have any spare in my bag, so I'd highly recommend packing some extra sunscreen, because yeah, you're definitely in full sunshine and there's not really any shade cover along the cliffs. And then of course, make sure you pack some swimmers, a towel, possibly a change of clothes. Your hiking gear might get a bit sweaty, so yeah, pack an extra set of clothes and towel if you can, and if you're planning to go into the beach. So yeah, hope that inspired you. This trip was truly worth it for me, and I'm planning to take my partner back because he didn't come with me last time. Planning to take him back and we'll go and do the hike again. But I highly recommend it. If you have any questions about it, pop it in the comments below and I'll get back to you. And as I said, if there's any other places you want me to check out, or you want more travel tips or things to do in or around London, let me know the types of things and I'll endeavour to get a video made for you. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. See you later, guys. Bye.